this is a little bit exciting, I suppose. I've had from a reliable source today some real specs from the A7R5. Only because I know someone who's now using one to test, etc., etc., or know of someone. So where a lot of people have been thinking, especially the rumours, have thought it was going to be a 102 megapixel sensor. It's actually just an updated version of the 61 megapixels. It might be all new, but it's still 61 megapixels. So it's obviously been updated, improved, and everything like that, even though the old one was actually pretty good. Dual XR processors or better. More than 10 frames per second. So I'm guessing it's now utilising an electronic shutter more in that sort of area. So it is kind of in between an A9 and an A1 kind of area, I think. So we could see 15 or 20 stills per second. We're not quite sure yet until it's fully tested. It's now got the CF Express cards. That is one of the biggest things ever. So when I used to use the A7R4 and the A7R3 and the A7R2, the most annoying thing about utilising the cameras, especially someone for me who does a bit of video and a bit of stills, you'd shoot a burst and then you want to do some video. And you'd be like, it's still buffering, it's still recording to the card, and you'd be like, oh, I've got to wait. And then quite often you'd miss that opportunity for the video. And this is one reason why I bought the A1, is because it's so fast with that, and basically CF cards, CF Express cards will fit, like basically copy off so fast that you can literally just push record straight away. So allowing that into that camera is going to be absolutely amazing. I don't know everything about it, but I've just learned a few things this morning that I've been had to come through to me. The 759 AF points, 5.5 stop IBIS, a much larger buffer, up to about 400 images possibly. I'm not really sure, 100%. Is it a stack sensor or just back illuminated like the A7R4 was? Don't know yet. Obviously, release date for ordering is probably going to be the 26th still. But muchly improved, better real animal IAF and birds IAF and human IAF, with obviously much improved algorithms on the previous camera. The other thing we've got to think about is, will this push for an A1 Mark II? A lot of people are saying A2s, but I think it'll be an A1 Mark II. It won't be, because the A1 has always just been the A1. So price-wise for the A7R5, 3,800 quid, considering the A7R4 when it first came out was 3,500. So I'm guessing anywhere between 3 and 4. But also hopefully it has the EVF from the A1 as well, which is absolutely beautiful. Video specs, still don't really know, but I'm guessing it's possibly going to be able to do 4K 120, which is, I really love having that on the A1. But the thing is, I only paid £4,700 for my A1, so I'm not going to be upgrading to anything like that, or say even downgrading possibly. 50 megapixels for real world use is spot on. Super clean images, resolution's there, plenty. I don't miss those extra 11 megapixels at all, and the speed. So if this A7R5 comes out and it's, you know, half of what the A1 is, it's going to be immense. It's going to be awesome. But obviously slightly higher resolution. But like I said, I don't know. I've not had the opportunity to sort of obviously see one yet, but you know, I think this is awesome camera to have. But it almost, the A7R4 and A7R3 and A7R2, I think the A7R3 was always been the one that was sort of changed the world of high resolution photography, because you had the bigger battery and slightly faster processors and stuff like that, and better focusing. But now with a lot of the cameras like the A7 IV, because you've got 33 megapixels, that's loads anyway. Like I said, the A1 50 megapixels. Do we need any more than that? I don't think so. So for me, I wouldn't be buying this camera. Maybe if the A1 didn't exist, and maybe if I hadn't had all the troubles with the A7R4 that I had, with all the autofocus problems, I probably would have kept the A7R4 and possibly bought this, because it was cheaper than an A1. But obviously, I went for the A1 over everything else, just one because of the speed. and it allows me to do so much more. And the A1 is, in a lot of people's eyes, and especially mine, it's a very good camera that does everything amazing. And it is really good. And I've got so much more stuff that I can now do with it compared to what the A7R4 could do, for example. So if they've kind of put a few bits and pieces in from the A1 and the A7 IV and sort of merged it all, I think it's going to be a fantastic camera, and for less than £4,000. Like I say, we don't know all the specs, but some of them I've been told today that, from a source I can't name, it's still going to be an awesome camera. So it'd just be interesting to see the full release at some point soon. But leave a comment below. Are you going to be buying this camera? Are you going to be upgrading from the A7R4, for example, if you've got one of those, or the A7R3, or even an A7R2? Some people are still using those. Or would you ditch your A7 IV and go up to the A7R5? So, yeah, I'll leave it to you. Anyway, don't forget to click the subscribe button, little notification bell as well. And let me know your comments, thoughts, and everything on this. Obviously, there's other reviewers out there that have been talking about this as well. But it was interesting to get a message this morning telling me a few little bits and pieces that are apparently correct. So, and obviously the person they know is obviously using one. Some people think it's a 63 megapixels or thereabouts. It's definitely a 61 apparently. And yeah, looking at quite a usable piece of equipment by the looks of it. But like I said, for me, the A1 is spot on. I don't think I'll be upgrading to anything. Even if they brought the A1 Mark II out, I wouldn't be changing it yet. It will be 4 or 5 years down the line. I think it's that good at what it does that personally I don't need to do anything with it. So anyway, I shall see you soon.